Oh, hey there. Welcome back. Another episode of 162 Times, your daily baseball recap and preview show. Episode 99. How about that? We're back from the break. We had a nice, restful All-Star week. No baseball to speak of. The National League won. The American League won the All-Star game. That's right. Jarren Duran, two-run homer, was the winning runs. I believe the score was 5-3. I think Shohei Ohtani hit a 3-run shot. I didn't really pay much more attention. I did note that neither Gilbert nor Munoz from the Mariners pitched in the game. And that is what it is. So, we were back at it last night. And so we'll talk about that game. It was between the Mariners and the Astros. It was from Seattle. We'll look at Game 2, which is coming up tonight, 9:40 p.m. Eastern. And we'll take a look around at the scoreboard from Friday, which was the first day back in action from around the major leagues. So, unfortunately, the Mariners started the second half of the season with a loss, a 3-0 loss at the hands of the Houston Astros. The victory by the Astros brings them to 51-46 and moves them into first place in the American League wild card on the basis of their winning percentage. The Mariners dropped to 52-47. They are a half game back of the Astros in the division as a result. The game wasn't that great. It was a 6 hits for the Astros, 4 hits for the Mariners kind of affair. 2 errors also by the Mariners. Their defense looked a little bit sloppy. Winning pitcher was Hunter Brown for the Astros. He goes to 8-6 now, 4.14 ERA on the season. Luis Castillo took the loss for the Mariners, 8-10, 3.55 ERA, and Josh Hader got his 19th save of the year, 3.77 ERA for Hader. It was Crawford, Rojas, Rodriguez, Raleigh, Garver, Polanco, France, Raley, and Robles who played for the Mariners. No substitutions for them. It was Altuve, Bregman, Alvarez, Diaz, Singleton, Pena, Myers, Loperfido, and Cabbage for the Astros. And in terms of the pitching lines, Castillo went 7 innings, only threw 90 pitches, 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 1 walk, and 3 Ks for him, which was, that's an outstanding outing again by the Seattle Mariners, and they don't necessarily always win those games, and they certainly didn't last night. Hunter Brown went 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 walks, 5 Ks. He went 102 pitches. Then it was Brian Abreu, Ryan Presley, and Josh Hader for the Astros. Pretty darn good bullpen. None of them gave up a hit. They struck out 3 combined. Overall, the Astros struck out 8 Mariners, which is below average. The Mariners struck out 8 Astros. It was Saucedo and Snyder helping out on the bullpen. They didn't give up any hits or runs and struck out 5 between them. But the difference in the ball game, other than the errors, which I felt were damaging psychologically, and the fact that the Mariners left 6 on base and were 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position, whereas the Astros left 5 on base and were 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position, came in the 3rd inning. That was all the scoring. So top 3, Altuve singles on a soft bunt. Trey Cabbage scores. And it was still an earned run, but there was a throwing error by Josh Rojas. Then Yanni Diaz singled, scoring Altuve and Bregman, and that made it 3-0. That was the end of your scoring. The Mariners threatened. They had opportunities. Bottom of 5, a double play with 2 men on from Josh Rojas. That was probably the best opportunity. Really too bad. Wasted opportunity, moving out of first place in the division for the first time in a couple of months. So that's a little bit hard to take. At least it happened quickly, folks. It happened to us fast. All right, so let's get ready then for tonight's game, rather, and just try and flush that one and forget it. And so we'll preview this one. This is going to be a tremendous matchup. 2 of my favorite pitchers. I hate to admit it, but Framber Valdez of the Astros is one of my favorite pitchers. He's 8-5 this season. A terrific lefty, 30 years old, from the Dominican. 8-5, 3.66 ERA, 16 starts, 98 innings pitched, 82 strikeouts, 1.28 WHIP. That's not a great year for him, but I believe I know he's a very, very good pitcher. He'll be going up against George Kirby, the Wizard of Westchester, the Raja of Rye. 7-7, 3.29, 20 starts, 117 innings pitched, 116 strikeouts, and a .99 WHIP. What more can you ask for from a starting pitcher? More wins, that would be nice, but it is what it is. We do not have lineups yet, but we do have some splits. Crawford, France, Polanco, and Rodriguez have 15-plus at-bats, and they're all batting over 300 against Valdez. That's very good. And for the Astros, Pena, Bregman, Alvarez, and Altuve all have more than 10 at-bats against Kirby, and none of them are batting over 300. So on paper, the pitching matchup belongs to the Mariners. The Mariners have played well against the Astros thus far this season. Yesterday was a bit of a disappointment, but this one will go 9:40 tonight, as I said, from T-Mobile in Seattle. It's an important game for Seattle to win, to have an opportunity to win the series and retake the division lead. So let's go, boys. And it was a busy day on Friday as teams got back into action. And we will talk about those scores and how they impact things. So just in no particular order, the Arizona Diamondbacks beat the Chicago Cubs 5-2. The Phillies lost to the Pirates 8-7. The Nationals beat the Reds 8-5. The Yankees beat the Rays 6-1. The Tigers beat the Blue Jays 5-4. The Guardians beat the Padres 7-0. The Marlins beat the Mets 6-4. The Orioles beat the Rangers 9-1. So Mariners stay ahead of the Rangers, which is good. The Royals beat the White Sox 7-1. That doesn't help the Mariners. The Rockies over the Giants 7-3. Doesn't matter. The Athletics beat the A's 13-3. Doesn't matter. The Dodgers beat the Red Sox 4-1. That's good for the M's. And the Braves and the Cardinals were rained out. They'll make that game up tonight. So that's how she goes at this early stage in the second half of the season. Well, thank you very much for listening to this 6 minutes and 45 seconds of baseball talk, and we'll be back at you tomorrow.